I'm talking to my very dear friend and colleague John Smith, who has been a hero in the forum of public servants for many years in our community. And John, maybe just relay to those folks that will see this a little bit about your fiscal background, your banking business, because that's going to be the topic for our discussion today: spending and taxes.
Well, Bill, I retired about 5 years ago from after 42 years of banking. I was a senior bank manager in Abbotsford for 13 years. And you see a lot of people's finances, a lot of the issues that they face, trying to get a mortgage, trying to finance a business. You come very close to people's lives in a very personal way, and you certainly understand that. And in addition to that, as you know, I was on the school board for 24 years, and 6 years ago I decided to run for council at the urging of a lot of friends, and I did that. I moved over to city council, was elected for 3 years, and then again for another 3 years, and I'm running for re-election now, and hope to get elected alongside yourself. So that's sort of a background of who John Smith is. John Smith, what should I say? Somebody said you should dress in yellow. You're the generic person with a name like John Smith.
Yeah. Well, you're definitely not generic. You've got a fiscal mind, and that's why I want to have this discussion with you, because I appreciate so much what you know. So what we're going to do, I'm going to talk a little bit specifically about income in Abbotsford, and I'm going to ask you to answer some questions on behalf of all of our constituents, and paint some pictures that the unwashed in the fiscal world, but this is the middle. So average household income in Abbotsford is just over $62,000. The income tax that is paid is 24% of that number, of almost 50. In Abbotsford is $230,000 at, say, 5% for 5 years. That takes up 26% of that income. And finally, the average property taxes are around $2,500, which is a further 4%. So 86% of that income is already absorbed in those things. The remaining income for this average Abbotsford family that we're talking about is just under $9,000 at $8,878. But missing from these line accounts are other costs like utilities, vehicle payments, vehicle maintenance, vehicle gas, and we all know gas is over $5 a gallon basically, clothing, and food. In fact, it leaves just under $740 a month to do all of that. So this is the backdrop, based on 09 numbers, that our people are working in. And when we talk about taxing and spending, that's why they become very upset. And we're seeing that in a lot of the arenas that you and I work in.
I think you and I have to be concerned with those people who are vulnerable. Vulnerable to losing their home, vulnerable to homelessness, actually, and there is a fairly significant group of those people who actually would not qualify for a mortgage today, and they actually have mortgages. They may have dropped their income for some reason, they may have lost their income, they're now paying, as you point out, more for overhead expenses like commuting, gasoline. So those are the people that are vulnerable or have become vulnerable, and yes, they're hurting. There's absolutely no doubt in my mind. We see it all the time. It's another reason why the city has to somehow rein in budgets, somehow do more with less. Everybody else is doing that, and we have to actually do what we can. I think, to be fair to council, the mayor and council, we have done that in the past few years. We have cut our budgets and cut positions, and we're doing what we can. We can do more.
Yeah.
That's the message. That's the important message. We can do more. We should do more, and we will do more going forward.
The message that I'm trying to convey on behalf of our city taxpayers is that we all are stretched. We all have pockets that are empty, and we're all struggling to try to make ends meet. And it doesn't matter how much you have or how little you have, there's a struggle. And so